Okay, today's video is going to be all about mixing soil prep, and getting exercise during these trying times. See you in a minute. Hey everybody, how you doing? Papa Bear back. Now, what is so important about soil preparation? Well, soil prep is one of the biggest things you can have when you're growing anything. Doesn't matter if it's vegetables, doesn't matter if it's cannabis, fruit, whatever. You have to prepare your soil no matter what. And when you're preparing your soil, you do it by amending it. Whether it's throwing in compost, manure, dry amendments, so on, so on, so on. The reason why you want to do this is because that is what your soil's doing. It's going to be providing food and nourishment for your plants. So in today's video, I am going to show you how I prep my soil. But also at the same time, how to get off your butt, get out, get some exercise, and get rid of that COVID belly at the same time, everyone. Because come on, who said growing means staying still? No one, that is. So what are 3 of the 4 main amendments that I'm going to use for my soil? Right now, 3 out of the 4 that are very important are actually your eggshells, your coffee grinds, and your banana peels. Yes, that's right, banana peels and coffee grinds and eggshells. Why? Well, let's see. Your eggshells are actually extremely high in phosphorus and quite a few other trace minerals. That's your P in the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now, why the banana peels? Well, they're really high in potassium, obviously. And when it comes to a flowering plant, 9 times out of 10, you will end up having to have more potassium, or K, in your soil. So there's that. Plus, on top of that, banana peels, bananas, all the rest of that stuff, they all have great trace minerals as well. And it also helps with breaking down in your soil. The banana peels also end up helping with aeration of your soil when you're doing a no-till grow. Also, your coffee grinds. Now, I know that that's a bit of, a thing that's going to make you wonder why. Well, believe it or not, coffee grinds, even though a lot of people end up saying that, they're too acidic, or they're too alkaline, or they're too this or too that, let me break it down for you. When it comes to coffee grinds, they actually count as a green in your compost. And when you're composting, you should know yourself, you want to go with a layer of brown, a layer of green, layer of brown, layer of green. And what happens with your coffee grinds is it actually helps invigorate your compost pile. It helps reinvigorate it, bring it back to life, get everything just breaking down, making that good compost. But it also, helps with aeration in your grow bag. It also helps with invigorating the soil cooking process. The soil cooking process meaning that what's in your grow bag or in your garden or in your soil is actually going to start breaking down quickly. So that's one thing that you definitely want to have done beforehand. The reason why you want to have that done beforehand is because if what is in your compost, or well, what's in your bag is composting, it will kill your plants. It'll be too hot, temperature wise, and it'll, you know, kill the roots, cook them off, burn them, whatever you want to say. Plus, on top of that, you want to make sure that everything has a chance to become homogenized within the bag, whether you're doing it in what's called the lasagna technique, where you do a layer, 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 or whether or not you end up just putting everything into one go, into one bag, without doing any different layers, so that you have your high potassium base down at the bottom where the roots are going to need it, you know, maybe for the first foot or two. And then, you know, the rest is going to be for your vegetative growth, which is going to be lower in potassium and higher in phosphorus and also nitrogen. So with that being said, that's how you want to have it all set up. Now, the fourth amendment is going to be everybody's least favorite thing. Poop, crap, fertilizer, manure. Believe it or not, cow and sheep manure mixed together is actually one of the best things this side, believe it or not, of seabird guano or bat guano. You can also get away with using chicken manure, but you have to be very, very careful with it because of how combustible it is. Now, why would you want to use sheep and cow manure? Well, when it comes to manures, no poop, crap, anything else is the same. You know, cows, they end up getting a lot of barley, a lot of hay, a lot of different grains, which actually helps lower the acidity of their manure. You also want to get pre-composted, meaning that you're not getting it fresh from the farm because it still has to be broken down. The reason why I'm not using worm castings or worm manure or worm poop is because I will be adding worms, as in live worms, to each one of my bags. That way it's continually being aerated, it's continually being fertilized with fresh fertilizer, high in whatever that you have in your soil. And it can actually help along with everything else. So those are the four main components that are going in here outside of other compostable fruits or vegetables. I don't put meat in with my compost. The reason why is because I live out in the middle of nowhere and I don't need to, you know, borrow trouble or invite anybody that shouldn't be coming here, like raccoons or possums, so on and so forth, because they will dig in the soil and they will eat it. So you want to save yourself a hardship, take the meat products out. If you have bones or bone meal that you're going to add, perfect to add if you want. The same with blood meal or anything else, add it if you want. I'm trying to stay vegan and not have anything from the body of an animal outside of their manure included into this. That way I can state that it is fully organic and vegan friendly. And this is how I'm going to show you how to grow. Let's get started on mixing. Now what you want to do when you are actually doing this is you want to start with one grow bag. Ta-da! I have many more of these to do. So, what you do, dig your shovel in, and then just plop. Just like that. And you just keep going until you end up having the right amount of your soil in your wheelbarrow, and then you toss it. And through the, the wondrous thing that is video editing, I'll be done this bag shortly. Now the music you hear in the background, I'm sorry about, but I don't like to work or work out in silence. Whoop. From the sounds of it, I might have to grab another shovel here soon. Now why am I mixing in the bag? So that I can get first the bottom half of the bag mixed with the sheep manure first. And you want to have it really well mixed. You want it all through there. Especially with all of your compost amendments and stuff like that. That's in there. And this is not easy by any means. And this will whip you into shape quite well. And quite quickly. Next, we put our wheelbarrow, and we add our cow. Little pro tip, keep at least one bag so you can use it for garbage. Okay, so future me is going to take it over from here. Take it easy, guys. And there we go. Future me back. There's one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quite a few. So just remember, what you put into your soil is the same thing you put into your body, regardless of what it is. So anyway, this is Papa Bear saying, take care of each other and do yourself a favor. Stop by the Bandana Canada and grab yourself a great bandana, just like this guy up here, and you're golden. Links down below. Anyway, peace.